Hello, Libra. Welcome to your reading. We're going to get into the Alki deck, the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, and the Rider-Waite Tarot. We are going to ask Libra who you are, how do you function, what have you overcome, and how you view the other. So there is another in this reading, and we're going to ask the same things of them. And let's see. Let's see who you are, Libra. You are a divinator. You are. Are you a divinator? Do you divine? Are you reading tarot here? You're something about the future, choice, and judgment. You could be trying to, maybe you could be coming to this reading to watch a tarot reader so you can understand what your future, your choices could actually be. That's funny that that comes out like that. So yeah, I want to say you're interested in you're interested about your future. Or you want to know if you're making the right choice. How do you function? She who loved once. Fragile, secret love, and rejection. So maybe, oh, this is very interesting. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking that you're maybe wanting to know what your future is because there might be some sort of unreciprocated love, some type of fragile heartache here. Is the reason, like, is the functionality. You loved once, you have a secret love, and you're wondering what your future is. Okay, what you've overcome. Hesitation. You've overcome hesitation, pondering, delay, your self-confidence. And that's like you really want to know. You really want to know what your future is. All right, well, you've come to the right place. Well, I think. I don't know if that's what this reading is about, but let's see. How you view the other, somebody who doubts, somebody who is kind of worried, distrustful. How interesting. Are they just that way in around everything in life, or is it with you, or is it with relationships? That's interesting. Okay, so who are they? They are somebody that has regrets. I wonder if this is a Virgo. I'm serious. Because they had this card and then how they functioned was this. Right? So kind of seeing like somebody's function. It's almost like you're seeing someone's function, but you might not know who they are deep inside. This person is someone who has regrets. This is somebody who regrets something here. They might be feeling a little bit bitter. They might have a bit of a bitter taste in their mouth. How do they function? They prepare, they strategize, they formulate, they strategize, and they devise. This person. Okay, what they've overcome. Enlightenment, mindfulness, rise up. She who emerges. So, okay, either this person has figured something out here, or they are, they may have overcome the idea of enlightening themselves or becoming more mindful. This person may understand. It's like this person I think this person understands something. There's something this person is needed to understand, and they understand that now. And maybe that's why they regret something. This person is very strategic. Maybe this person strategized themselves into regret, right? And you're seeing them as somebody who's doubtful, distrustful, but they could be of their own device. Maybe, right? Like it's something that they've done to themselves. How they view you. She who stands resolute, implacable, and determined. They see you as determined about something. Libra's determined. Ooh, look at this. The underline is she who dreams, escape, dream, and fantasy. She who resists, fearless, justified, resistant. It's almost like one person here has like sort of dreams and ideas and fantasies about life. And the other person is like, no. There'll be no dreaming. Okay. Who you are. Your futura. You literally could be another tarot reader. Hey, I know, hey. They're out there. They're out there. They're watching. Ooh, you're the authority of tarot readers. Authority. Who you are, you got authority. Mars and Capricorn. You could be finding yourself in a situation where there's some type of authority that has control over you. So you're trying to use divination to see past that authority. You could be the authority. So I'm going to say, you could be the authority of divination. Who would that be? Who do y'all think is watching? Who is the authority on divination? Who is that? Who would that be? I'm gonna be honest. I think it's somebody that doesn't have. I think it's someone that used to have a YouTube channel but hasn't had one for a while. I don't know. That's really a thing. But anyways, I want to kind of say, because that's not going to be for everyone. I have a feeling there is somebody coming into the reading that is a very strong tarot reader, which is kind of weird why they're coming to me, but it's always good to get a second opinion. I'm going to be honest. Like, I feel like you're trying to figure out your future past some type of authority or position. Something that feels like it has control over you. How you function. You loved once. Oh my God, Virgo. Does it? I feel like you're in the Virgo reading. I feel like you're in the Virgo reading. And I feel like Virgo's in this reading. There's something going on with that. You loved your health. You loved healthy Virgo. How you function. Once. You loved healthy Virgo once. Now they're not healthy Virgo. Now they're bitter and regretful. Now, you know, I'm just telling you what the cards say. You loved once. Now, let's read this, okay? Health. Maybe your health isn't so great now. I hope not. I hope everyone has good health and happiness and prosperity. You can hope these things, but, you know, the world is a shit show. Okay. Sun and Virgo. When this card is selected, it can indicate a strong need to put one's life in order, and it highlights diet, nutrition, and health. Events. Analytical work, a new health regime, concern with physical well-being, cataloging or organizing, correcting and editing work. Sounds very... Maybe there's some type of work here that you used to love. Maybe an authority has taken the love that you had for this work away. It's the other way I see that. You're trying to see, like, what is my future here? I used to love what I did. And now I don't? Or it doesn't mean that you don't. Maybe you just don't love it the same way. And you are someone, maybe you're even an authority figure in something. And you would rather be, like, I remember the early days when I was just kind of up and coming. I had more freedom in my job, or, I don't know. For some of you, I feel like this has something to do with a job. Others of you, I'm serious here, where I feel like you loved your healthy Virgo once. For now, they're regretful and bitter. So what you've overcome: hesitation, ponder, delay, confidence, drama. Oh my God. I can't believe, I cannot believe how this reading is like echoing the Virgo reading. But it's not the same message. It's almost like the energies have switched. Hi. Yeah, you can't lay on the cards. Were you busy, boy? What you been doing outside? Oh, you came here to have a bath. Okay. This drama, this is like what you've overcome is sort of like not wanting to be involved in drama. Virgo's drama. Virgo's got regretful. What's your tummy feels? What is in there? Was it just a twig? Come here. You can't lay on table, boober. You know it. Virgo was, they had they had the battle, regret. They had the regret card that you got there for this person, who they are. And they had drama with that. They regret the drama. And what is it that you have overcome? Is being, I want to say whatever drama was going on around you or being worried about the drama, if that was holding you back, you're not holding you back anymore. You're not worried about it. That's like, so if this person is stirring up some drama in your life or has stirred up some drama, you're not really worried about that. It's not affecting your confidence. Yeah, it's so interesting. With Larry, we have a love story here gone wrong. When does tarot not have that? No, you got your side. This is my side. You're not laying on the cards. Okay. Flying pussycat. Ooh. Bye, Larry. Bye, honey. It's so funny, like how this is coming through. And I know some of y'all say that. You're going, huh? It is. I'm telling you, I feel like you were the other person in Virgo's reading. How you view the other is distrusting, fearful. Oh. But you see, I'm not sure if this person has made their own bed. Like, that's giving me a bit of the vibe here. Manipulation. They're fearful of manipulation. That's how you view this. This person is fearful. That's how you view them. They're fearful of manipulation, or maybe they're fearful of some type of manipulation that they've done. Okay? So, who this other is, they regret their innovation. They regret innovation. Oh, what have they done here? They've done something a little bit strange, or they've taken some tools upon themselves here, and used them in a very unique and unusual way. They regret that. It's almost like this person wanted to be the winner. They wanted to win. I need to win this battle at any cost. But there's a bit of regret there. They may have been seeing themselves as very innovative. Wow, look what I'm doing. I don't know. How they function. To see this person, see, very strategic. Formulate, strategize, devise, prepare. Enterprise. Enterprise. Isn't that funny? You're coming across almost like a divinator, an authority on divination, maybe. And how do they function? Enterprise. See, it's like palm reading and stuff. I feel what I'm seeing. I feel like I'm looking at like some type of a spiritual battle between two spiritualists, or two psychics, or two tarot readers, or something funny here. This person, okay, I feel like, oh yeah, this is not what I feel like. This is what the cards are saying. The cards are saying that this person functions by trying to strategize the future. Okay, hear me out. Hear how this is going to unfold. This person, the way that they function is to try to formulate and come up with a strategy towards the future. They want the future to unfold the way they want it to. Okay? Now, but who you are, it's like you're the authority on the future. So this person's not going to win against that. This person is not going to win against that. That's interesting. Huh. This could, okay, I think enterprise also talks about like starting a business or something like that, right? This person could be trying to come up with a strategy here to start a new business. But the other thing is, it almost looks like you're the person in charge of that. Like this authority with Capricorn, like starting businesses with, right, with Capricorn. That's, oh, okay. Yeah. There's a lot of Jupiter here. I was saying that. Jupiter's just gone into Cancer. I think it's going to be affecting a lot of us. It will over the next year. Because it's exalted there. It's having a party. It's Jupiter and Scorpio. How you view them. Who they are is Jupiter in Aquarius. How they function is Jupiter in Aries. You're certainly picking up the Jupiter energy. Big. Kind of like big, expansive. This person may have bitten off more than they can chew in some area here. What they've overcome is enlightenment, mindfulness, status. Jupiter again. Jupiter and Taurus. I just wanted to look up Jupiter. Just to, like, yes, growth and expansion, higher learning, good opportunities, positive attitude, belief that when you believe in good things will happen. Okay, because there's so much Jupiter in this person. Like, you see them as Jupiter and Scorpio. To some degree, you might even see that this person has more potential than what they believe they do. This person has, I feel like what this person has overcome is there's something that they understand about a relationship around them or some type of status. Either the relationship, the status of the relationship could be the status of a relationship, or it could be the status that somebody has in a relationship, or the status that someone has. Is that you? Because you're coming off as the authority here. You were coming off as the authority. Oh, what is going... Okay, it literally looks like this person has a regret here. There was something that they were trying to do with all this positive Jupiter energy. You know what I'm wondering? I'm wondering if this person had more of... There's no such... How do I want to say this? It's almost like a toxic positivity. Like, everything is good. Everything is going to work out perfect. Everything, like, things do work out, but they often don't work out in the way that they hope or we think they will. They work out in sort of like the universe's order. Now, I don't know, like, how you're the authority in a situation here. Maybe there's something that you know and this person doesn't, and they've been trying to figure that out. You see this person is being manipulated, possibly even by the idea that they can manipulate their future, right? Or maybe you just see them as that, as someone who's trying to manipulate the future. It's a very unusual energy. There's something that they understand. They've come to some type of understanding here. I feel like it has something to do with the authority that you have. And I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. It's weird. It's almost like it could be like some other, like, divination. I don't know. Like, do other divinators, do they get together and have like divinating parties? And I'm like, you're divinating. You're just divinating the truth. And this person is trying to strategize the divination. It's really weird. Like, it could also come across as someone, like, a lot of this could be like a metaphor, right? So hear me out with it, but the way it's coming across, it's almost like somebody who stacks the deck. And they stack the deck, like the other is coming across as someone who stacks the deck. And it's like they figure, if I stack the deck and the story that it tells is positive, then my outcome will be positive. As opposed to, you're like looking as though, well, you don't stack the deck. You don't stack the deck. You're an authority on the future. And maybe you, like, you could be, could you have done a reading for someone? Could you have done a reading for someone? And this person's like, no, no, no. When I pull cards for myself, it tells me this, that, and the other. And you're like, well, I'm just telling you what I see. I'm just telling you what the cards say. The cards say that you need to do some shadow work. The cards say you need to do this. The cards say, this is coming. You should be prepared for that. No, it's all good. It's all good. And I don't know, because it's like this person has some type of regret about how they've been about how they've tried to be innovative. And it's funny. If it is a Virgo, I don't know. There's just a lot of repeats in cards here that look like it could be. Maybe you loved how this person looked after themselves. Now, you could have loved this person in the past, and now you need to look after yourself too, is how you function. Or you're looking after your work. You're looking after your work. Okay, outside of this having to do anything with divination, and it's just, these are what are on these cards. It could just be coming this way too to show me the link. There could be something here where you could have been working with another person here, right? In some field, in some career, on a project. Yeah, even like I'm even seeing like gardening. It's taking me back to like when I was in my early 20s, but I had learned a shitload about gardening like since I was old enough to walk. Like my grandparents had a massive vegetable garden. They grew like everything, and I was out there with Granny and Grandpa helping them pull the weeds and even helping to plant the stuff and cultivating it and picking it and gnawing on the raw beans and doing all that stuff. So, and I was building a bit of a community garden, but it was on the plot of a piece of farmland, and it was an older gentleman who had the property, and there was certain things that I was doing. Okay, hear me out, because I feel like how I'm describing myself in this story is how I see you, okay, and then how I'm going to describe this farmer. And he was not a bad person at all. He wasn't. But he was an older man and I was a younger woman, and we know how that always goes. They always know better. But older people often have experience, right? So he was a nice guy. But anyways, so he's like this other person here. And my grandfather always worked off of the theory that came out of the book, Carrots Love Tomatoes. He had that from the first time it was published. And I kind of like learned about that. Like it's really important that certain plants are together. And anyways, I had done some things to the garden, and he was kind of giving me some advice, and I felt really confident that I'm going to stick with it. I said, I appreciate it. I understand. It's okay. But let me see. Maybe it'll bloom. Maybe it won't, And anyways, I had the best fucking garden. The best garden. And he came back like, I guess maybe towards the end of the summer. And he said, wow, like, I'm impressed at how well, like, he wasn't arrogant or anything. He just laid it out. He said, you knew a lot more about it than I thought you did. Like, but I don't know. This person is trying, it's weird. Like, it's like you are the authority on something. You may not present like you are. Like, maybe it is a situation where maybe you are a younger woman talking to an older man or talking to an older woman. And this person is like, well, you know what? I know what's going on here. I know how to do it. I'm going to try doing this differently, or I'm going to do it like this. I don't know, because this person is regretful about some unique or unusual way that they tried to use a tool or use something differently, right? And it's like, well, that didn't work. And now it's weird because you see them as somebody who's worried about being manipulated. But it's kind of funny because I feel like they probably just manipulated themselves. Like something like stacking the deck, or not really what the cards are really saying. That could be like manipulating themselves. Like, oh, I don't want to hear that truth. I'm going to get a new card or something. Or you could be coming up to this person in a workspace and saying, you need to hit Control-Alt-Delete. Control. Like, no, I'm fine. I'm okay, Libra. I'm okay. And then they struggle all day and they won't hit Control-Alt-Delete. Won't hit Control-Alt-Delete. And like that. Okay? So, I don't know. It's really funny because it's almost like this person understands that you're the authority. Like, how? Libra knows what they're doing. I don't, right? Like that's what this looks like to me. Okay. How they see you, how they view you is, yeah, resolute and determined. It's almost like you know, I know I'm the authority. So what comes out with that? Concentration, Saturn and Gemini. Okay, they see you specifically as somebody who chooses your words very carefully. Somebody who may even hold back on the things that you say, and you have a lot of self-control in that. What? You're like, what you wanted to say to this person, but you did not say it. I don't know. They see you as somebody who really holds back what you say. You're very careful with the words that you choose and use here. That's how they see you. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Okay, it starts with criticism. And that's Mars in Virgo. You're coming across as Mars in Capricorn. Yeah, this is so interesting because it's almost like you and this person are probably very similar, but it's like they haven't quite mastered something, but you have. It could even be like you could co-parent with this person. Like it could be something like that. And you may choose like your words really carefully here when you're in the process of trying to convey a lesson or a morality to like your kids or something like that, right? And this person may have tried something a little bit different here and they're like, oh, fuck. Work. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so then we have, there's a lot of Mars here too, a lot of Mars and Jupiter. So, okay, Mars in Virgo, and then we have Mars in Taurus. Okay, what they've overcome is this status thing. That's the Taurus. That's Jupiter and Taurus is the status with their enlightenment and what they've overcome. So there's criticism here and defensiveness about their status. Then there's the ideal. Okay, Sun in Aquarius. Oh my God, this is so interesting, right? Because who they are is Jupiter in Aquarius with regret. It's almost like abundant regret. Somebody here thought they were more adept at something than they were. And they didn't take the criticism. They may have, I don't know, they may have idealized it in some way. And then we have convention. Then we have love. Fuck. Then we have Venus in Capricorn and Venus in Taurus. So it's almost like this person is fighting against you, and then they're like, I love Libra. They're a little bit different. I love them. And then we have optimism, Moon in Sagittarius, and then we have ego. Egotism. There's Mars in Leo. Well, there's an awful lot of ego that's been spread out here, and wow. Oh my goodness. Tarot. Like, I don't want to say that this person isn't skilled in some way. I kind of feel like they are. But I feel like there might be some type of nuance about this skill. I don't know. It also is giving me, you know, like the first time somebody is learning something and they're really good at it. Or, oh, it's this. It's okay. My family always played euchre as a kid. So shout out to anybody who was also euchre players. But so I could always, like, often the first time somebody comes and sits at a card table to play something like euchre or whatever like that, they've given the basic rules, right? How you play it, this is your partner, yada, yada, yada. This is what is Trump and what is yada, yada. And then they'll just be getting the best cards. It's like that new energy at the table always gets the best cards. All right, they call it beginner's luck. Maybe, yeah, maybe there's someone had a bit of beginner's luck. But it's almost like this person comes to the card table. They've learned the game. And they're sitting there and they're winning. And they're winning and they're winning and they're winning. And then you come to the table and you're seasoned. You've been like playing euchre since you were 4, and you're like 70 years old at this point. She's like, I had a euchre hand in my hand when I had like a bottle of formula. And it's almost like maybe you partner with this person. That's what it is. It's like you partner with this person, but this person, they don't understand some of the more, you know, sometimes you give away hands. Like sometimes you let the other team take hands so that you can flush out higher cards, right? Like you'll throw something out to flush out a higher card. And because you may not have the highest card, but you know it's out there. And if you play the suit that's trump, that is the strongest suit that's been called in that hand, you'll pull it out because they don't have any other ones. So you're like, you know this is strategy, but the person who doesn't understand, I'll be like, why would you play that? And they just got that. Because if I play my lower suit, they will take it, they'll get control of the game, and they'll decide which cards come out in what order, and I won't get to control the hard laying cards and play them as I need to. Like, that's a real nuance there, and a newer person wouldn't understand that. I can't believe I just brought that back because I haven't played euchre. It's ingrained in my blood. I haven't played euchre in a long time. But anyways, it's right. It's like they come to their, but they try to control the hand or how it's played. And it doesn't go well. It does not go well. But it's almost like this person realizes I was trying to be innovative when I actually didn't understand the game. I don't know what it is. And this could even be like the holding back. Being really careful about, see, that's another thing too. You got to watch playing a game of euchre. You have to be really careful with that because you're not supposed to give any hints to your partner in the game of euchre about, if you want, ideally everyone should just be quiet through the whole game. But when it's family and friends, you're all fucking, you're fucking around. You should be quiet because you could say something subtly, like even in the nuance of how you say something, like in the tone of your voice, you could say, when they go around and the person who was dealing, they flip up a card and let's say it's the 10 of diamonds. You don't want diamonds to be the suit that is called because you got a handful of spades, baby. You got a handful of spades. So, and you also don't want your partner to call it because you have a lone hand. It means you have all the diamonds. You're going to own that hand in the game. So you may say, pass, like that, which, could be taken as, oh, don't make it. Don't make it. Pass. Don't. But it's like, this person didn't get it and they made it. And like, pick it up. So they tell the dealer to pick up the 10 of diamonds and now it's diamonds and you don't have any, you had a lone hand and they don't have a strong enough hand to get. I don't know. I hope you stayed with me on that. Oh, it's funny. I say hand, like hand. That is exactly the nuance that I'm picking up here. So you don't have to know how to play euchre to understand what I just said. You can go back and listen to it again because there's a real powerful nuance to it. And you are coming across, like I said, and it's like a card game, You are the authority on the card game. You're the one with the experience. They think they're doing great because they just entered the table and they've been winning hands. But that's just beginner's luck, right? Also, well, now we have to go to the tarot. And let me tell you, any friend I brought over to my grandparents' place, my grandfather was like, do you know how to play euchre? Oh, come over here. I'll teach you. Play euchre with us. Because there's always just like the three of us. We learned you could do it with that. You need four. For proper games. I'll teach you how to play euchre. You're 2 of swords. You're moon in Libra. Maybe you are. Maybe you are moon in Libra. Oh, I want to say you also respect authority in terms of maybe you see the cards as authoritative. Oh, like the tarot cards are the authority here. It's so fascinating. Intuition. You trust your intuition. Jeez, look at you. You trust your intuition. You are an authority. I feel like you are an authority in divination or something like that. I know if it's not, like, I think too, the cards and like the card game, it's that whole example, like you know something really well inside and out. How you function. The 8 of Cups. Look at that. Loved ones. Sun in Virgo. Regret. Abandonment. There's something that you invested something in here. I don't know. It could be a person. It could be a Virgo. But then you're like, you abandon that. You might even... Oh, you love the person who regrets. Or you used to. You used to love the person who's in regret. So fascinating. Because that's them. They have that. They have regret. What you've overcome. The 2 of Pentacles. Kind of like trying to juggle things here. We have drama, right? The drama card with ponder, delay, and confidence. You have full confidence at this point. You've overcome juggling some type of resources here. Maybe in a dramatical way. Or maybe juggling drama and priorities. I don't know. You know what's really interesting? Because now we're going into how you view them. Do you notice how in both instances they have this wrapped around their head? For some of you, this could be somebody who wears like a scarf on their head. It could be somebody who's, what is it? I always get confused like with the full, it could be someone who wears, no, burqa is the whole thing, right? Hijab? Is it hijab? It's a hijab, like over their head. It could be something like that too. Or this person just could be known for wearing like a scarf on their head. Or they may always have something on their head. I don't know. But anyways, how you view them is somebody who's afraid of being manipulated. It's almost like they came into the card game and they lost with you as their partner because they didn't understand some of the nuance and how important it is. If your partner's like staring at you like, don't make it something, unless you've also got a hand that's going to go alone. That you can go, you don't even need a partner in that hand to win. Because now this person almost feels like they're manipulated. So now it's almost like they're playing a hand, but you're not their partner. You're someone else's partner at the table, and they're feeling manipulated because now they understand that you're the authority in something. No. The Ace of Swords, how you view the other. Well, okay, that's really interesting because what they've overcome is they have been enlightened about something. They understand that it's weird. It's like you're in charge. I don't know. I feel uncomfortable even saying that. Give me the ick. But there's, I don't know. This person's worried that you could manipulate them. Because, well, this enlightenment. Or maybe there's something in a way that you've been manipulated. I don't know. They're worried about some type of manipulation that's going on around here. And they can see it. So, who are they? Their regret. They regret innovation? Oh my God, the Wheel of Fortune. This person was trying to change circumstances here. This person was Jupiter and Sagittarius. Jupiter and Sagittarius. Jupiter and Sagittarius energy. See the Jupiter over here. This person was maybe even trying to steal or get someone's good luck. I don't know what the fuck. This is a really crazy energy. Like the amount of Jupiter that's over here with this person. But what are you? What is Saturn? Saturn is what stopped Jupiter from growing indefinitely. That's how they see you. Saturn and Gemini. I don't know what has gone on here. It's like, you have outplayed this person. I don't know if that's what you intended to do. And in what area of life, I'm not sure. It's coming across like a card game. And a card game is a really interesting way to see how people react and interact with one another and how their thought processes work. Euchre is an interesting one too because you have a partner in the game. And the dynamic can really change when people come and go from the table and partnerships change. Even like saying that, it's interesting, like Libra too, like being the symbol, the seventh house being for partnerships as well. If this person was trying to change luck here by being innovative, I don't know what they would be doing. What were they doing? I'm going to, wait, no, I can't. I've already shuffled the deck. We'll ask that in a minute. How they function, right? Formulating and strategizing with some type of enterprise here. The Chariot. Okay. Interesting, because we're getting these major arcana cards, which are things that are not easily negotiated or changed. This person was trying to change their direction. This person was trying to change the direction of their fate. What they've overcome. Mindfulness, enlightenment, status. The Six of Cups. It's like this person understands who you are. How they view you. They view you as the full stop in some way. Determined. Right? The story, because they have all this Jupiter. And the story, the mythical story of Jupiter, although I think it was proven. There's something that's been proven, at least, you know, with the, not astrologers, astronomers, and all that shit. Like doing the math and the gravitational pulls and all that stuff and trying to understand the development of our solar system. So the story, like that, apparently, the math that they've used to understand at what time certain planets came into the solar system based on gravitational pulls and all that shit is supportive, which is fascinating. It is supportive of the mythical story of Jupiter, where Jupiter was kamikazing towards the sun, engulfing everything in its path, right? It's the false sun. It was going towards the sun. And it was just this unstoppable growth that would just end up exploding on itself. So at the minute Saturn came into and stopped Jupiter. So now Saturn is there and stops Jupiter from just growing into oblivion. And that's how they see you. I don't know. That's how they view you. Which is also interesting, right? Because Saturn rules Capricorn, and you have Capricorn here, and you are Mars. Is this something that they can't fight against? I really don't know what this is. It is very fascinating. So I'm going to pull a card out. King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles. Look at this. I've got on here seasoned, experienced, accomplished, stubborn and slow, patient and persevering. It's kind of like me playing cards against my grandpa. When I was never beat him because he was so good at it. But, oh my gosh. Practical. You are very careful with what you do and what you say is what this looks like. That's how they see you. And determined. Oh, I want to ask, what innovation did this person do? How is this person innovative that they regret? The Knight of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and the Six of Swords. Is this a philosophy around love? Is this chasing love? A philosophy around love or chasing love? They tried to change their spiritual quest. It's the biggest way I can describe it. It's like they tried to change their spiritual quest. I don't know, they may have even found love and they went in a different direction. Oh, you loved once. You loved this person once. Boy, this is really, this is very fascinating. The King of Cups is at the bottom. Death, sex, and taxes, baby. Well, I'm going to go do the extended. In the extended, Libra, I'm going to ask what this person misunderstands about you and what you misunderstand about this person. There's 2 links in the description below for, you have 2 options if you would like to follow me to the extended. Thank you so much, my dear Librans. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.